It is currently, wait, let me see. It is currently 8:36 a.m. and I woke up around an hour and a half ago, and I literally have been doing nothing but being on my phone. But for the past couple of weeks, I've been called to like take a bath. I'm in my bathroom, if you haven't noticed, but I've been called to like take a bath and do a bath ritual, which I was doing pretty much every week. I would get up at 6 a.m. sometime during the week, probably a Sunday or something, and I would get up at 6 a.m. and take a bath, draw a bath, put some salts in there, bath bomb, get my crystals, Palo Santo. I would turn the lights down, light a candle, light some incense, pray, meditate. I would set the water really, really, really hot because I like it to be hot and have my own personal little sauna. And I would sweat and just like let everything go. I would chant in the water, call the water spirits, do all these things. And I was doing that every single week. And I don't know why I stopped. Oh, I think I know why I stopped. I think I stopped because I really wanted to hone in on my feminine energy, which is why I was doing the rituals every week, and I was making sure I was honoring my resting and just really doing a lot of practices, a lot of daily practices that would allow for my feminine energy to kind of recycle, rebalance itself. Then I stopped because I felt like I began to feel imbalanced, and I needed my masculine energy to flourish a little bit. So it was right now I'm at a point in my daily practice where I'm figuring out how to balance my polarities, because I feel like that's a priority in my personal spiritual practice, to balance the polarities of my masculine and feminine energy so that it can work out for me best. And so I think I stopped for 1 week and I did some different kind of practices that would allow for my masculine energy to kind of flourish and not so much focus on my feminine, because I feel like she was overwhelming. And now I feel like I am being called to the water. Like usually in me, fire dominates my chart. So I usually like to be around big bodies of water to bring myself calm and balance. I really enjoy water. I enjoy showering. I shower all the time. I enjoy being at the beach, and just being around water, lakes, rivers. And since I'm in New York City and I can't do that often, taking baths I feel like is so good. So yeah, I'm gonna use this eclipse energy and really just take up a bath to recalibrate. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film today or what have you, but I know that I'm going to take a bath right now. I'm gonna take a bath and then I think maybe do some yoga, have a smoothie, do a bit of grocery shopping because we're gonna have vegan tacos. I'm so excited. But I did want to get a little bit of work in because my cycle is now completed, it's now done, and I feel like I not that I need to, but I have this urge to be back on the ball of things. I have the urge to film. I have all these ideas, all of these things. So I think I'm going to, well, this is a part of working, me vlogging, so that's good. And yeah, I'll take you with me throughout the day. Yeah, So because this is a ritual and I'm going to be calling on spirits, what I like to do is to kind of clean the bathroom before I start it. And I do this every time I do a ritual. Honestly, every time I take a bath too, like just a regular bath, because I don't like to bathe in when the bathroom's not like at its best. And my bathroom's not dirty or nasty or anything, but I just make sure that I sweep the floor and I kind of just like, wipe stuff down and make sure that it's really, really nice, because I want everything to be nice for the spirits and for myself when I bathe. So I grab the broom and I'm just sweeping the floor because my bathroom floor gets dirty really quickly and dusty. I don't know what it is about bathrooms, but I feel like you gotta clean them like every other day, and I do. Blah, blah, blah. But I did want to add some of this in my vlog because it's a day in my life, and this is a day in my life, so I'm gonna do the bath ritual right now, and I'm gonna sweep and be quiet. So my bath is currently running. It's almost done. I should turn it off. I have all my crystals here. Not all of my crystals, but I have a lot of my crystals here. The ones that I feel called to be a part of this moment. I have some salts, some magnesium salts, my candle, some incense burning. I'm going to turn the water off really quickly. Give me a second. I definitely think I overfilled the water just a tad bit, but I guess we'll see. But I have some magnesium salts, my candle, my incense, my crystals, and because I don't have a bath bomb, I mean, it's okay. You know, you definitely don't need a bath bomb every time. And I'm gonna put salt and essential oil in it. What I might do is go grab some herbs. Like I have lavender flower, and we just have a whole bunch of herbs, and I might put some of those, maybe take a little tea bath, who knows. It doesn't have to look fancy. I know that we see like all these really pretty baths. I remember I used to watch videos, and I used to watch people do these kind of things, and they used to have rose petals and all these beautiful bubbles and all that stuff. Listen, if you don't have all that stuff and you don't have access to all that stuff, you don't need all that stuff. Sometimes the most sacred experiences, it's literally just you, your body, and the body of water in front of you. The spirit is all you need, and the intention is all you need. Turn the lights off, invite the spirits in, protect the space, sage the space, do all those things, and I'm gonna take a bath. So I will see you after my bath. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. This is totally pixelated, but that's completely okay. I'm coming at you in a very authentic moment. I just finished my bath. Right now the water is running out. It's being drained, if you can hear it. The candle is still burning. I still have some music playing. It was a really, really nice bath. I am incredibly sweaty. Like I said, I like it to be a sauna basically, and my bathroom is already super hot as it is. There's literally no ventilation. And the water was as hot as it can be. So I was sweating before I even got in the bath, but it just felt really, really good to take a spiritual bath again, and to have the salts and the essential oils, and inviting spirits in, inviting my guides in. And I had a conversation with my inner child towards the end. It was really, really beautiful. I usually have like a little playlist of songs and chants that I sing to and chant to, but this time I kind of felt random, and whatever called to me, I decided to sing and to chant, and it just felt really, really good. I'm still sweating. Like, this isn't just me being wet from the bath, this is literal sweat coming down from my face, if you can see. So yeah, it was just really beautiful. And I feel like the sweat honestly really, really helps. The heat and the sweat, like, it's a moment of surrender and releasing control. Because what happens for me is my heart begins to pound a little bit. Maybe because my body feels like it's in danger, because it's super duper hot and I'm sweating a lot. So my body may feel like, whoa, like, what's going on? But I decided to sit there and stay there and just let the sweat go. I let my heart go. There's the water. I let my heart go. I take some deep breaths. I invite the heat. And what happens is, there would be some times where I'm taking the bath where I resist it, and I still stay in the bath, but it doesn't feel as good. But this time I didn't resist the heat at all. I didn't resist anything. I just let it happen, and it felt so liberating. And the peak of my sweating, I was chanting, I release control. What's the chant? I release control. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. And I chant that for about, I think it's 5 to 6 minutes, over and over. And it felt so freeing and so liberating. It was just a very beautiful experience. I'm definitely going to continue to, I'm going to re-add this into my weekly practice. I don't do this daily. I don't think it's something that's good for your skin to do it daily, but definitely want to add this back into my practice every week. Probably back on Mondays. So I actually may do this again on Monday, even though it's 2 days from now, but I think I might do it again on Monday or whenever I see fit. I think it's important. And if you have access to a bath, I think you should do it. Like I said, you don't need the candles or the incense or the crystals and all that stuff. Those are just tools. They help, sure. All you need is yourself and your spirit and the spirit of the water and beautiful intentions, whatever intentions you want to set, and you can do it. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Oh, and also what I was in my last vlog when I was talking about just being, like, no phone, no anything, just being, I felt the same way. Every time I take a bath, I feel that way. Granted, I do have music and I chant and I invite other spirits in, but it just feels good to, like, be kind of disconnected. Like, when I close the door of the bathroom, I am sure to set an intention to close the space. So when I'm in the bath, it really, really does feel like this is the only space that exists in the multiverse, which some would argue that that's true, that if it's my mind's projection, that it is technically the only thing that exists in the universe. But, you know, I literally feel like nothing else exists except for me and whatever is in this bathroom and whatever spirits I have invited into this bathroom, whatever intentions I've set for the bath. And it feels really good. No outside anything. I put my phone on airplane mode. I turn my playlist on and it's just me and myself and my shadow self, because when the candles are burning, my shadow is very prominent, and I see her, and she is a being, and we speak to each other, and I invite her in, and I love my shadow self. She's beautiful, and it just feels so good. So yeah, take yourself some baths, guys. Take a bath. Don't worry, I will do a video on it. I don't know when. I don't know when, but I will do a video on it at some point in the future. So yeah, right now I am going to leave the bathroom because I am extremely sweaty. And I think I'm going to do some yoga, like I said. And then I'm going to come back to shower. I take a cold shower because I'm going to be I'm sweaty now. I'm going to continue to sweat. Then I'm going to take a cold shower and do some groceries, clean up, and continue on my day because it's still really early. So I will see y'all soon. Oh, and I will not film myself doing yoga because my camera has no battery. So you'll just have to use your imagination or pause, go watch my other yoga video, and then come back. I'll see you guys soon. So, what is this? Oh. So I actually decided not to do yoga at this moment in time. I'm just gonna take a shower because I felt really, really gross. Yeah, but I'm really liking the vlogging situation. Like, I love a good vlog. And then also with the, you know what? Let me stop talking. I'm gonna take a shower, and then we'll get to what we need to get to. So while I wait for Alex to finish in the bathroom, he's putting on a hair mask. I'm gonna let my this isn't even a face mask, but I'm gonna just let it sit on my face for a bit because I was super duper sweaty, and I need to I feel like my face is in the middle of purging because I've been drinking a lot of chlorophyll, and a lot of stuff is rising to surface and then like going away. Trust me, between 2 weeks ago and now, my skin is a lot better because my skin reacts like this to everything that I put in my body. So, and I haven't been, well, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't eating the greatest. Then we did a detox of raw vegan, kind of, sort of, like 70% raw vegan. And I started drinking chlorophyll, so my skin is a lot better. Anyway, we started this new show yesterday called Manifest on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original. So when I be searching on Netflix these days or any streaming service, either I watch something that's super nostalgic, like iCarly or Drake and Josh or the Disney Channel original movies, or something either super nostalgic or something that obviously will, I feel like, contribute to my spiritual practices or expanding my consciousness in some way. So I'll like go on Gaia and watch a documentary or whatever, or I'll watch an animal documentary or something that is useful and productive or whatever. Sometimes I'll watch some YouTubers depending on who they are, but recently these days I haven't been in the mood to watch anything that's like kind of nonsense. Not nonsense, but just something that isn't useful. Either it will help expand my consciousness, I'll learn something, or it'll be catering to my inner child. So I'll be watching something nostalgic, and while I'm doing that, it's not just like mindless nonsense for me. Like memories will come up, and sometimes I'll grab a journal or I'll pause it and I'll begin to like think on it, shadow work kind of. So I haven't been watching anything that's been, but I have been wanting to watch a new show. And I didn't want to start a new anime because we need to finish Dragon Ball. So I didn't want to start a new anime, and some of the other shows that we were watching right now, they're in the middle of a break, so we have to wait until the new season comes out. And so yesterday I was scrolling on Netflix, and you know how every time you log on, there's like a new preview of something that Netflix thinks that you may like. Well, I saw a preview for this show called Manifest, and basically it's about all these people. They went on a plane, and they don't know, but they went through a portal, and they skipped 5 years. And when they on the plane, they were going from Jamaica to JFK to New York, and it was 3 hours for them but 5 years for everybody else. And so they have to go back to normal life. But the real tea is they started to get all these psychic powers and all this stuff. We're literally only on episode 3, but I really like the show. The writing and the directing, it's different than what I'm used to. I want to say that it's not the best, but it's just different. So I'm not gonna say that it's different. It's still a really good show though. I do like it, so I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that. Y'all should go watch it. I'm only on episode 3, so don't ruin anything for me in the comments, but y'all should go watch that. And then also Lupin, whatever, it's a French show, really, really good. Y'all need to go watch that. Part 2 comes out today, so we're gonna be watching that today. And I think Netflix is dropping the entire season. Netflix usually does that, drops the entire season. So I'm really excited. It went off in March, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's still season 1. It's just part 2 of season 1. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's so good. It's so good. And that we have the option to watch it in English. You know how you can change the audio to English, but no. I feel like if it's a show that's originally from a place with a different language, you need to watch it in the language and just read the subtitles. It's not that deep. I just feel like it adds to the show. But anyway, I just wanted to update y'all about my shows. I should go wash this off my face now because it's literally been 4 minutes and I think it's too long and my face is starting to feel weird. So I will be right back. I'm back and my face is clean. Put some chapstick on. I put my little faux piercings in. I do not want to pierce any holes through my skull just yet. She's like, I grew out of it. And I'm like, okay. I can just do whatever I want when I want. And people are like, oh my God, how you do that? And I be like, girl, it's magic. So I don't know. I bought some lashes a couple of weeks ago because now that I'm bald, I was like, every bald girl be having popping lashes. and I want to be like them. Can y'all give me like links and stuff and recommend me to black businesses for lashes? Because you got to support the black queens out here. I love supporting black businesses, y'all. It could be like, they could be selling something for like $14,000, and if I had it, I would get it, because we got to support each other. We got to help each other out. We have to help each other out. The majority of this vlog is literally me in my bathroom rambling. Welcome to the vlogging series. Diara in her bathroom rambling. That's me vlogging. For y'all who don't know, I'm high-key really good at putting lashes on. Not on other people. Not on other people, but on myself. I used to pop them girls on and just go on a class, go on about my day. I wasn't good at like face stuff, but putting on lashes, I was good at it. I would pop them girls on and just go to class. Anyway, we have to be patient with ourselves, y'all. I always place my right eye way in the middle of my eye. It's a hotness. Y'all, we gotta be patient with ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to love on ourselves. We have to tell ourselves that we're proud of ourselves. We gotta slow down sometimes. I'm so hungry. And I'm probably dehydrated. We need to love ourselves more. If you think that you have reached max capacity of loving yourself, I promise you haven't. I feel like there's like a bank of love, and it's a never-ending, ubiquitous abyss. It never ends. We could always find more love for ourselves, and it could always be more unconditional than we think. Even the people who you look at them and you're like, wow, they really have like incorporated all kinds of self-love into their existence, into their reality. There's still more, okay? There's still more. There's less conditions that we can have for ourselves. Now, granted, we are living a human experience. It's not going to be perfect. Like, feelings and emotions and the ego and all these things are here for a reason, and we do have different situations where we're not always going to feel that unconditional love, and like, you know, sometimes we will feel guilty, and we will feel ugh, and like we could do better, and like all these things. So it's not going to be all the time. No matter what you do, no matter what happens, you're just going to be like, oh, it's okay. Like, that's, first of all, that's not healthy if that happens. At least from my perspective, in my opinion, that's not healthy. But I feel like in general, for the majority of things, like, there's still there's always something that you can pull out of yourself. A little bit more love, a little bit more compassion for yourself. And I'm really not even talking about for other people, because it really goes back to how you feel about yourself. If you have all of that with yourself, you'll have all of that with other people. The more patient you are with yourself, and the more observing you do with yourself, where you're just like, where you're like, you know what? I did that. That sucked. I'm gonna, take accountability, learn from what's happening, and then forgive yourself and deal however you choose to grow and learn from that and deal with yourself after. It'll be good, Am I making sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's always more loving we can have for ourselves. I don't even be knowing what I be saying. I be wanting to hear myself talk sometimes. That's really what it is. Like, if you're resonating with what I'm saying, and if you feel me on an intuitive level, then there you go. Logic, words, logistics, it's not working right now. So I'm gonna just be quiet and drink my goddamn lashes on. You gotta let it get tacky a little bit. There are some masters at lashes. I bought these probably 2 months ago and literally have only worn one pair for approximately 10 to 15 minutes because I got tired of them being on my eye. That's because I put one of them on wrong. But today is gonna be a new day. I envision myself looking beautiful with these on, even though I already look good now, and that's on her. Okay, I feel pressure. I'll be right back. Don't judge me, y'all. I don't know what it is. Like, it's like every time I put something onto my face that is not mine, I just don't like it. Like, it's not that it looks bad. It's just that it wasn't really giving what it was supposed to have gave. See? Look, I didn't spend like 15 minutes trying to put them on, and then I just took them off. See, I knew this. I knew it was going to happen like me. Okay, so I know I said that the next clip will be actually me in the grocery store, but I wanted to come on here and film my walk to the grocery store. It's literally, what, a 2.5 minute walk, if that. It's literally right across the street. But I wanted to come during my walk to the grocery store because I currently have a little bit of anxiety. Like, I had anxiety as I got ready to go to the grocery store. One, because I'm going alone. And there's just been a lot of intrusive thoughts. Like, really, like, catastrophic ones. Like, as I'm like leaving, I'm like, oh my goodness, what if somebody comes to like shoot up the grocery store? And so I start going through like my my processes where I speak to myself and I'm like, bro, you're safe. Or usually what works for me whenever I have thoughts like that, I'm kind of like, okay, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know? Or I'm like, so you're just not gonna go live your life because somebody could possibly do it, you know? But it's so interesting. I'm being like super transparent about like my anxiety, and like I know the thoughts. Some of you are probably like, girl, that's so irrational, but like this is a lot of the time where my anxiety stems from. I don't know what the tea is, but I mean, sometimes my the thoughts are a little less like intrusive and they're a little less dramatic. Hold on, I gotta put on my mask. Okay, my mask is on, so I hope everyone can hear me well. But yeah, sometimes they're a little less dramatic and they are a little more they're a little mild and less morbid, but oftentimes they do end up leading to catastrophic thoughts. So, but I'm okay. Yeah, and now I'm just shopping with a shaky camera. Okay, so that was like the lamest clip, the lamest vlog clip of the grocery store experience, because I literally had so much anxiety. Like I said, I want to be transparent, and I literally was in a panic. Like, the way that I was shopping was actually like ridiculous. Like, I was like shopping as if I was in a frenzy. My mind began to make up scenarios of someone coming trying to attack the store, attack the place, shoot everything up. Like, sometimes the thoughts that come in my head is like, okay, what if this is the day where someone comes in and decides to rob the store? Don't know who would rob a grocery store, but you know, like, you know, just super dangerous, catastrophic scenarios that often pop up in my head. And here come the ambulance down the street. But it's so interesting. I literally like left in a frenzy, and I know that I'm okay, but it was one of those moments where I just let the anxiety just like go. Hold on, I gotta open the door. But yeah, right, like, what an interesting experience. Being all anxious like that in the grocery store. If any of you are wondering, yes, it does happen often. It happens pretty much every time I leave my house, and sometimes it happens while I'm inside my house. Anxious thoughts come very often, but I think, well, I know I'm gonna do an in-depth video of my relationship with anxiety and how I navigate it and all these things, because it's a big part of lots of people's lives and it doesn't feel so great. Whew. So yeah, like I said before, the entire vlog in my bathroom. Okay, no, seriously, I am currently in my bathroom because Alex is filming a video and I don't want to disturb him, so Hold on, let me get my earphones. Okay, I'm back with earphones so that y'all can hear me better. Ooh, you can definitely see my laptop's screen in my glasses. Okay, that's better. Now you can only see me in my glasses. But yeah, pretty much this whole vlog is in my bathroom, and you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it at all. So what, the last clip was me coming up the stairs. I had made some lunch. It was so good. I made some like stir fry noodles with broccolini and zucchini and onions and garlic and ginger and tons of kale, because we have so much kale left over from when we did 7 days raw vegan. So much kale. We still have a lot of stuff left over, but it's all gonna be eaten. And pretty sure when Alex is done filming, when I'm done uploading these clips onto the computer, I'm gonna start making the vegan tacos. Vegan tacos. Yes, and for the meat base, I'm using walnuts and mushrooms. Using walnuts as like fake like ground beef, it's amazing. Y'all need to get on it. Y'all need to get on it. But anyway, so since I've been in the house, it's crazy because instantly when I got in here, like my anxiety like leveled down, and I was like, I told Alex, I was like, yeah, I had an anxiety attack. It wasn't really an attack. It wasn't like a panic attack. I definitely just filmed a good 2 minutes worth of content and my phone just cut off. Don't know what that's about, but all right. So basically, I'm just going to reiterate what I said. So in the last clip, I was coming home from the market and I was having an anxiety attack, but it wasn't really an attack. It wasn't like a panic attack or anything like that. It was just energy that was given to anxious thoughts. So my thoughts were a little bit catastrophic, or just like morbid thoughts around like death and all these things, or someone trying to attack me and all that stuff. And I began to give energy to the thoughts, because the thoughts are pretty much invalid until I give energy to them. And they're invalid because it's not happening in the present moment unless it is. So but it wasn't anything where I began to like freeze. Oftentimes when my anxiety is really bad, I'm like a freezer. You know, like fight, flight, or freeze. I'm a freezer. And I get really tense and I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? I often freeze. It's rare that I like begin to like hyperventilate or any of that. That usually doesn't happen to me. I usually just get really tense like this and I literally just freeze. But it definitely was not one of those. I haven't had a moment like that in a long time, fortunately, because I've been really trying to learn how to navigate my anxiety and doing different exercises that I think work for me. But yeah, I think it's just funny that that happened to me like while I was vlogging, and I was so excited about going to the market and showing y'all all the cute little fruits and vegetables and what I get to get the tacos. But when I got in there, well, even before I got in there, I was anxious, and y'all should have seen me shopping. Like I was so frantic. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And it was mainly because I really wanted to get out, mainly because of the fact that I was anxious, not because I genuinely thought something bad was gonna happen to me. It was mostly because like I knew that when I got home, I wasn't gonna be anxious. Like I did not want to be anxious anymore. So I was just like trying to hurry up and leave the market so that I could exhale, even though I know that I could have exhaled during then. But yeah, and you know what? That's another reason why I feel like for me, vlogging often would be nice. And it's definitely something when I was younger, something that I would have wanted to see. Because it's a chance for y'all to see me, like, or especially for those who don't understand anxiety and who don't experience it on a daily basis, who don't have to navigate it as much as me or other people, along with those who are navigating it and just want to learn different ways and techniques on how to navigate it and how to begin to eliminate it from, well, eliminate an extreme case from like their experience. I feel like vlogging really helps because it's something that I experience often. So in the vlogs, you might actually see me updating you all often, or you actually might see me in a real life moment where I am anxious, like we did today. And so I know that it's something that I personally would like to see. Like I love watching people who produce content that I resonate with. So people who are like consciously aware and spiritually able and, you know, tapped in, tuned in. And I really love when they speak about how they navigate through anxiety, because it's something that I resonate with now. It's something that I have to deal with in my reality as someone who is aware and conscious of my consciousness and conscious of this experience and this reality, and somebody who does disassociate and depersonalize and derealize very often, like every other second. It's really nice to watch other people talk about how they navigate through their experience. And so I hope me talking about how I navigate through my experience helps you all. And granted, I know that as of right now, vlogging isn't necessarily new to me, but vlogging this in this excuse me, vlogging in this style, in this manner, is new to me. Like before, I would vlog when I was like 15, 16, like going to concerts and all that stuff, but like this is something different, and I want to be very clear in my diction, very clear in my dialogue, and very direct and upfront. But at the same time, I want to be very authentic, very much ego on the back burner. It's okay if I stumble a few words. It's okay if I ramble for about 5 seconds to 5 minutes. Like, it's okay. So just bear with me when it comes to my, what's the word? I guess culture, like my aesthetic, the way that I present myself on the vlogs. Like, just be patient with me. I know that I ramble often, and all these things. So I'm saying be patient because I know that as I continue to vlog, as I continue to speak to the camera like this in a very honest, true, authentic way, my words and the way I speak and the point that I'm trying to get across will become a lot more clear and direct and easy to understand. The reason why I'm okay with putting stuff out like this, the way it is, without judging myself, without doing too many jump cuts, and without really getting on myself saying, oh my God, like you talk too much, you're rambling, do you even know what you're saying? The reason why I don't mind putting all that out there is because I know that there are people who are going to be resonating with the feeling of what I'm saying. Like, they would feel it intuitively, even if like I'm not coming across as clear on a certain level, on a certain plane. They feel what I'm saying and they know what I'm saying. And as I continue to vlog and speak to the camera and like sit down videos, no scripts, no anything, just pure authenticness, I know that I will begin to come across more clear, more, you know. So just bear with me. And we're gonna have a good time here.